Hey everyone! So, ever wonder why we're stuck in history class when we could be doing something way cooler? Well, studying history is actually pretty awesome because it helps us learn from past blunders, see how things have changed over time, get a better grasp of different cultures, understand why today's news is what it is, and build empathy by connecting with people from the past. So let's dive in and find out why history is more than just a bunch of old dates and names. It's our guide to the present and future. Before we begin, this video was edited, written, and produced by Bobby Nasufi. Alright, let's kick things off with why learning from past experiences is super important. History is like a giant cheat sheet for life. Studying past mistakes helps us avoid making the same ones, kind of like not touching the hot stove after getting burned. So, next time you're grumbling about history class, just remember, it's here to save you from future facepalms. Okay, on to our next reason, learning how things have changed over time. Studying history is like binge-watching a really long series where the plot twists are how society evolved, from ancient gladiators to smartphones. It's kind of cool to see how our ancestors went from inventing the wheel to complaining about traffic jams. Alright, let's talk about cultural awareness. Studying history helps us understand different cultures and traditions, which is like getting a backstage pass to humanity's greatest hits. It's a lot better than making assumptions based on a single episode of a travel show. Trust me, there's way more to learn. So, the fourth reason we study history is to get context for current events. It's like trying to understand why your favorite show has a cliffhanger if you don't know what happened in the previous seasons. Knowing the past helps make sense of why things are happening now, kind of like figuring out why your little sibling suddenly wants to eat all your snacks. Finally, studying history helps us build empathy. It's like walking in someone else's shoes, even if those shoes are from way back in the day and probably way less comfy. Understanding what people went through in the past helps us be more compassionate today, so we don't end up as clueless as a time traveler trying to fit in at a modern high school. Now that the 5 reasons are finished, let's go over 3 current events from September of 2022 until September of 2024. That will probably be studied in the future for history. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict of 2023/2024 is going to be a big topic in future history classes because it's like one of those epic battles where nobody's backing down, and it affects a lot of people around the world. It's like trying to solve a really complicated puzzle where the pieces keep changing shape. So, future students will be looking at this to understand how we got here and maybe, just maybe, how we can finally get everyone to agree on a game plan. The Russian-Ukrainian War of 2022 to 2024 will definitely be in future history books because it's like one of those never-ending action movies with lots of twists and turns that affects the whole world. It's like trying to figure out why 2 countries can't get along, even though they're on the same continent. Kind of like when you and your best friend argue over the last slice of pizza, but way more intense. Future students will study this to understand how a big conflict like this shapes international relations and global politics. Online brain rot will definitely be a future history lesson because it's like everyone got sucked into a weird vortex of memes and trends like Skibidi Toilet and Sigma male stuff, and it's seriously messing with our brains. It's like trying to stay focused when your brain's been hit with a constant barrage of goofy videos and questionable advice on mewing. Future students will need to study this to understand how these bizarre internet obsessions can actually impact real-life mental health and social skills. That is all for today's video. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.